And I say in the book, Sacred Lessons, like, no story is complete without talking about your mom.
Mm.
And I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
And so, I just want to start with your mom and then we'll get into you. But
Sure.
tell us about your incredible mom first, then we'll go in.
Oh my gosh. Man, you almost caught me off guard with that question there. That's a beautiful question. I mean, my mom, she's my hero.
Mm.
She's everything to me, man. She gave me life. Basically gave me the first real understanding of love, investment, care, nurture, and everything like you just said. She's no story is really complete until we've had an opportunity to honor our moms and our motherly like figures in our lives. And for her, man, she's everything. Like you said, our dads and my father. People know him. Some dude who plays some guitar a little bit here and there, and some people know him here and there. But man, my mom, she's she's a legend in herself, and I'm just so grateful, and not just for my mother too, of course, but for my grandmothers as well. My mom's mom and mi abuelita. So I want to thank you for presenting that opening topic. I want to give my mom's flowers, my grandmother flowers, mi abuelita flowers. Man, the strong women in my life, man, they definitely raised me for sure. And that's why I'm maybe I look kind of tough on the exterior, but honestly, man, I'm just like you said, I just try to have a big heart with a lot of humility, and just to be as kind and respectful, and to honor energy is what my mom, my grandmothers, and a lot of, especially las mujeres, a lot of the strong women in my life, man, they taught me how to be kind, be respectful, make the world that much better wherever you go. And to also just have love and care for yourself too, and that's not being selfish, and especially for us, it's not just a gender thing, but especially an older generation of us dudes learning how to reprogram ourselves by navigating how to, I don't know, live in such a tough but very sensitive world at the same time. So I like finding, like on a chessboard, I like being right there in that center, those four squares, the centerpiece. I like staying centered, and I like being present. And man, the women in my life growing up, man, they definitely taught me so much and how to raise me to be the man that I am to this day.
Yeah, we were talking about the picture of me as a little boy and my dad on the cover. And we were talking to Jared Theo, and he was reminding us about it really isn't about gender, because it is a construct. It's about energy, like you said.
Yeah.
And the four energies he was talking about, the four elements, the four directions, and that we can and do embody all of those energies. And I guess the what is and what should be, we should be able to be expansive in all of ourselves.
Yeah.
But the traditional definition of a man or manhood, like who in your family taught you those things? Or was it society? Was it both? What?
That's a great question, man. Definitely my father. He's very present in my life. It was, again, challenging navigating and getting used to my father coming home and, being there for the time to be present and be with us and be with the family and everything. And then he would, go out and tour and be gone for X amount of time. So, I mean, I remember being maybe 6, 7 years old. My dad was going to go on tour, and I don't know if I was prepared for this one or if he caught me off guard. Just we're all learning, we're all understanding things, and kind of caught me off guard. And he's literally dropped me off at school, like kindergarten or something. He's like, "All right, bye. I'm going to see you in like 6 weeks." And I'm like, "Now you tell me, like, what the," So the whole day, like, the teachers called home and said I was a wreck, just because emotionally I hadn't prepared myself for that necessarily. And then I just kind of started slowly getting more used to that. And every time he would leave for those tours and for the times that he had to be gone, he would remind me that I'm the lion of the house, and that it's my job to protect my mom, my two sisters, since I'm the oldest brother, my grandmothers, and my aunts when they would come over. Like, I have Other than the dog, I am surrounded by estrogen. Like I have no, I have no choice, you know. But at the same time, it really strengthened me to be that much more again solid, but a healthy form of sensitivity and not hyper awareness, but just awareness around me and things of that nature. So my dad definitely taught me how to be, you know, strong and how to be tough. He also reminded me too that yeah, people are going to try and test you. You know, you have to learn how to, like Julio Cesar Chavez, you got to learn how to put them up, and you know, just only if you have to for self defense. So I, you know, learned how to do that stuff really at an early age. But also at the same time, my dad reminded me too. He's like, yo, there's no harm in walking away from fights.
Mm.
You know, you're not less of a man. You're not less of a boy. You're not less of any. Yeah, people are going to make fun of you and call you chicken and all this stuff, but you know, you're not any less. You know, life is precious. So I think that those types of lessons are incredibly important because it's, you know, it's not just how you shape a young boy or girl and watching and helping them grow up and assisting, but it's shaping a young soul, you know, being able to exist in this life and how to navigate and be as healthy and content and comfortable with yourself as possible. Because for a long time, man, I'll be honest with y'all, for a long time, it felt like for years I was just adjusting into my own seat,
Right.
you know. And then once my son was born, I realized what my main purpose, other than playing music and participating in life, was. I'm here for him, you know, point blank.
Before we get into your son, because I
Sure.
can't wait.
Yeah.
What were the lessons growing up in a household predominantly of women? You shared some beautiful gifts your dad taught you. What did the women and your mom and your abuela and your sisters teach you?
Absolutely. It's just as simple as being kind, being gentle, holding the door open for, you know, the elderly ladies, maybe with their grocery bags, you know, just helping somebody across the street, just being kind, saying hello, you know, things of that. And just being a custodian and an ambassador of our DNA and our lineage and everything like that. Yeah, just to be also mentally and spiritually stable, I think is a big thing. And that wasn't necessarily like taught like this is how, you know, mentally and spiritually you stay stable 101 and here we go, like class is in session. It's like it wasn't really that. It was more just like certain experiences, moments, opportunities that I found myself in where I was like, okay, I have a choice. I could either be extra with it, but nah, that's not how I was raised. I wasn't raised to raise my voice at ladies. I wasn't raised to like, obviously, you know, nothing like that. I was raised to be respectful, is a big thing. And that's what I'm teaching my son as well, too, to be kind, be respectful, not just to everyone else, but mostly also to yourself too. You know, if you can respect yourself, you can respect others and allow others to be respectful of you too. So there were many things, but definitely respect. That was all the ladies, all the women in my life, especially growing up, definitely taught me and reminded me. There were very few times where I was needed to be reminded, but yeah, definitely it was a beautiful reminder how to be respectful.